Today we're going to learn how to memorize the notes on the fretboard 3 different ways. The hard way, a better way, and then my preferred way. So grab your guitar and let's get into this lesson. E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A. So that's probably how most of us started to try to learn how to memorize the notes on the fretboard. This way is very difficult because you would go all the way up on your 6th string, go up to your 5th string, do the same thing, but that way is not effective. It's just, to me, it was always too much information to try to memorize all at once. It will take you much longer to learn the notes of the fretboard if you do it that way. But in example 2, we're going to go over an easier way to try to memorize the notes on the fretboard. All right, in example 2, and the better way of doing it is what I call the 12 fret rule. Every 12 frets, you reach an octave. On most guitars, that note is only going to appear 2 times per string, unless you have 24 frets, and then it can appear 3 times. So how that would work is you would find your note on one of your strings. We'll pick A, and then 12 frets up, there's another A. So you would go through each string and do that. So A, and you would do that for all of the strings. And I recommend if you do it that way, you stick with one note for a week. But in the next example, I'm going to show you a much better way that has some great musical implications for you with scales. All right, guys. So in example 3, my preferred way of doing it, we are going to use scales. It doesn't matter which scale you decide to use. It'll work with your major scale, it'll work with your minor scale, it'll work with your pentatonic scales. Any scale that you choose, this will work with. But in this example, I'm going to use the A minor pentatonic scale, just up to the 1st octave, and you'll see why. Pentatonic has 5 notes. So that 6th note is the octave, is an A. So if we start on A, right here, we count up those 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then 6 is the octave. There's our other A. And that is the magic of this. The best way to learn the notes of your scales go from octave to octave using one of your scale shapes, your major, your minor, your pentatonic, whatever you choose to use. Start on your root note and then just take that scale to the octave. And then you're going to repeat it again like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A. And all you have to remember is that when you hit this B string, everything just slides up a fret. So here's our A. There's your other A. So you have an A here on the open. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is the A. So then that starts over again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's your octave. There's the A. And the way the guitar is tuned, whatever's on your low E string, that note is the same as your high E string. So there's an A right here above it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, octave A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, octave A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A. And then you have an A here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, octave. There's your A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A. All right, guys, so there you have it. From root to octave, and then from that new octave point, continue the scale on. I would do that for 1 week before moving on to the B. Pretty soon you have all the notes figured out on the fretboard. And a great side effect to this technique is that now you can play your scales all over the place. So if you have a lick that you like, you can play it in multiple different positions. So using this technique is going to help you get around the fretboard as well. If you found this video useful and it helped you out a little bit, please like and subscribe below. I would really appreciate that. Also, visit me at 440club.com. have a website going there. Right now we got a great online radio station with some great independent artists. Make sure to check them out and check out our chord finder tool as well on that page. And there'll be a lot more coming onto that webpage as I get time to keep building on it. All right, thanks guys. Talk to you later.